Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Ready, back 25. That QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Freeman again, a first down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for James Conner, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Check. Hey, let's get in holes.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Black 30.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. On 1st down, it's Connor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, as time expires in the 1st half, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. From the 44, Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, 29 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Mike the 59. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, exit.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Complete at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here.
Patch it. Check 37. Check 37.
They start the drive with Connor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Easy. Sponge. No.
Again, a run with Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. On 1st down, it's Connor. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 4th down, here's Roethlisberger. He's got the tight end, Vanette. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run with Connor. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This is Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Now it's Freeman. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the